Hi guys, how's it going? It's Mr. Morris, and I want to talk to some of you about how to do this PowerPoint. Some of these slides are a little bit bigger than we're used to, but we're doing the exact same thing. The who, the what, the where, the why, the how, and the when. So let's get started. So first slide, World War I by Cindy Williams. So I'm going to go to my template, and I'm going to type in, world, I'm going to type in World War I right here. Your name, I'm going to put Kurt Morris right here. You put your name. The class period, you guys, social studies, whatever period I have you, and the date, whatever today's date is. So once again, World War I goes here, your name here, class period date. You've done this before. The essential question that we're going to answer today is this. Let's get back to our PowerPoint. What were the causes of World War I? This is what we're going to find out today in this PowerPoint. What were the causes of World War I? So I'm going to go back here and I'm going to write down right here, what were the causes of World War I? What were the causes of World War I? Okay. Now, going to go take a look at the map. Here on the map, it shows you that before World War I started, Germany was a very, very, very strong empire. And they were very, very, very good friends with the Austro-Hungarian Empire. So these two groups were best friends. And they were against Russia, and they were against France, Belgium, and the Netherlands, and Denmark, and Sweden, and they didn't get along with anybody. But Germany and the Austro-Hungarian Empire were friends. This just lets us know we're talking between the years 1914 and 1918. This is a video right here that I will play in class and talk to you guys about. So I'm going to go ahead and skip right over that. And I'm going to get to this. So this is slide 6. So I'm going to go up here and I'm going to type in right here, slide 6. Now I got to find my question. My question, how did Franz Ferdinand die? It's kind of a funny name, isn't it? Franz Ferdinand. How did Franz Ferdinand die? I'm going to go over here. And after I put slide 6 right here, as we've always done, I'm going to put question, how did Franz Ferdinand die? Then I'm going to put who, what, where, why, how, and when. And then I'm going to drop down here to put summary. Okay, just like we always do. So let me read this to you. On June 28th, 1914, Archduke of Austria-Hungary, Franz Ferdinand, and his wife were in the third car of a motorcade traveling through Serbia to the town hall. Serbian nationals had several assassins positioned along the route. They wanted to kill this guy. The Serbian nationals were angry that the Prince of Austria-Hungary was ruling over Serbia and wanted him out. On the way to the town hall, the first assassination attempt occurred. A man named, I'll call him Ned Kabranovic, threw a bomb into the car with the Archduke. However, the bomb bounced off the car and landed under the car right next to the motorcade. The car with the Archduke was able to speed away and make it safely to the town hall. The assassins did not give up, however. On the return trip, the motorcade took a wrong turn. When the driver began to back up, another assassin named Gavrilo Princip happened to be right next to the car. He took full advantage of this opportunity and began firing at the Archduke. He fired twice, hitting the Archduke once and his wife Sophie. The crowd jumped on Princip, and he was arrested by the police. At the same time, the car sped to the governor's residence to get medical help. Unfortunately, Sophie was dead before they arrived, and the Archduke died a few minutes later. Soon after, Austria-Hungary declared war on Serbia. Okay, so we just got done reading that, and now we need to go through and talk about who are we talking about. Well, as always, let's start with the very beginning. We're talking about the Archduke Franz Ferdinand. Archduke of Austria, Hungary, Franz Ferdinand. That's the who. And you can put his wife in there too. What? Well, let's see. What happened? Well, they were in a third car as they were traveling to the town hall when Serbian nationals, let's stop right here, to the town hall. Okay? These guys were trying to kill him. They were in the third car of a motorcade traveling to Serbia, the town hall. Several nationals had several assassins positioned along the route. So this is the what. This is the what right here. So the who is Archduke of Austria-Hungary, Franz Ferdinand, and his wife. The what? They were in a third car of a motorcade traveling through Serbia to the town hall. Serbian nationals had several assassins positioned along the route. Okay? So we have our who up here. And now we have our what that I just got done showing you, which starts right here and goes to here. So make sure you type that in to your notes, which would be somewhere in here. So we got our who. Now we have our what. Type that in. Now, where did this happen? Well, this happened in Serbia. Boom. Where is Serbia? So make sure you type that in. So we have our who and our what. We even have our where. Now we want to know why. Well, right here is the why. The Serbian nationals were angry that the Prince of Austria-Hungary was ruling over Serbia and wanted him out. That is the why. So we have our who, Archduke of Austria-Hungary, Franz Ferdinand and his wife. We have our what. They were in the third car of a motorcade traveling through Serbia to the town hall. Serbian nationals had several assassins positioned along the route. We have our where, Serbia. Now we have our what, or our why, our why. The Serbian nationals were angry that the Prince of Austria-Hungary was ruling over Serbia and wanted him out. So now we have to go and type that here. So we have our who, what, our where, and our why. Now we need our how and our when. Well, as I always tell you, the how is always down here towards the bottom. So this middle part talks all about how they tried to kill him, but they didn't actually get to him. That happens right here. When the driver began to back up, another guy, Gavrilo Princip, took the opportunity, and I would put the how right here. When the driver began to back up, another assassin named Gavrilo Princip happened to be right next to the car. He took advantage of the opportunity and began firing at the Archduke. He fired twice, hitting the Archduke once and his wife Sophie. So now we have our how. And it's not the very last thing. It's not the very last thing, but we got to answer the question. Remember the question? How did Franz Ferdinand die? It wasn't how did he almost die? It wasn't what happened after he was shot and killed. It asks what happened? How did he die? And this right here is how he died. But we also had to make sure we had the what and the why in there. And of course, the who and the where. And finally, here's the when. Our final thing is right up here in the very beginning. So now we have our who, Franz Ferdinand and his wife. What? They were in a motorcade going to Serbia to a town hall when a bunch of assassins were along the route. Where? Serbia. Why? Because the Serbian nationalists were upset that the Prince of Austria-Hungary was ruling over them and they wanted them out. How? Well, it talks about how that Gavrilo Princip was standing next to the motorcade when they made that turn, and he shot and killed Franz Ferdinand, and he killed his wife Sophie. When? June 14th. Was it the 14th? Oh, June 28th, 1914 is the when. Now we need to go down here and write that summary. And remember our question. Our question is, how did Franz Ferdinand die? So what you're going to want to do is write, Franz Ferdinand died because, and now you're going to want to plug in your what, plug in your why, and plug in your how. You're probably going to have 3 good sentences in your summary. The good news is, when you have 3 really good sentences in your summary, it's going to make your writing your Satomer so much easier, because your Satomer is going to be pretty much done if you have really good notes. Okay? After you've done that, you're going to watch this video, which is really cool, about trench warfare. This here says, why did Germany attack France? And you're going to go through and put that, of course, down below and put down slide 8. Why did Germany attack France? Slide 8. And you're going to who, what, where, why, how, and when that as well with a summary. And do the same thing. Go through, why did Germany attack France? That's our question. Focus on the question. And then go through and pick out those chunks. Remember, the who and the what are always going to be up in here. The why is going to be somewhere in this area. And the how is always going to be down here at the bottom. Okay? After you've done that, you're going to take a look at this map. It shows how the sides were all broken up and who is fighting who. This is a video that I think is really cool. It's going to talk about something that may or may not have happened, and I'll talk to you about it in class. This is the last one that you have to take notes on, and this is, how did the sinking of the Lusitania cause the USA to join the Allies against Germany? This is slide 11. And again, it looks like a lot, but stick to our rules. Who, what, where, why, how, when. If you do that, it'll all kind of jump out at you. Stick to the question. How did the sinking of the Lusitania cause the USA to join the Allies against Germany? And again, that's slide 11. So we're probably at that point going to be somewhere down in here taking notes. And make sure you use your summary, because when you're done, you are going to be writing a Satomer. And your Satomer is going to have 3 sections to it. You're going to need all 3 subclaims. All 3 subclaims. Take detailed notes, have great summaries, so that when you go to write, okay, when you go to write, and I'm going to go over here and pull it up for you so you can take a look at it. When you go to write your Satomer, you are going to need 3 subclaims this time. Like, and finally. We got red and purple, which you're familiar with. Now we're going to throw in the orange. And you're going to be talking about Franz Ferdinand, and you are going to be talking about the sinking of the Lusitania. I take that back. The sinking of the Lusitania is down here. Right here is why Germany attacked France. So we got Franz Ferdinand, Germany attacking France, and the sinking of the Lusitania. Here are your 3 things. And your 3 subclaims go up here. Don't forget, of course, your conclusion, and take really good notes. Don't shortchange yourself, and don't have cheap short notes. Write good detailed notes, because as soon as you write good detailed notes, this takes care of itself, because you plug them into here. And make sure you make them flow. You might have to change around and add a couple of different words to make it flow. Make sure you read it and you turn it, of course, into a paragraph format. Do not turn it in looking like this. Turn it in looking like a paragraph. All right, you guys, good luck. This last one, you don't have to take notes on. It's just information for you to know how the war actually ended. We'll talk more about the war itself in class. Okay, good luck. Make sure you take really good notes so that this will look really good and read well, and you guys can get an A on your writing. All right, if you have any questions, let me know. Bye.